Is DeFi all about a banking efficiency play? Are we essentially like automating? Is this software eating the world? Is this the story here once again? And now it's coming to institutions.
Yeah, it's all of those things, right? At the heart of it, the human processes that you described are liabilities to the bank and to you, right? There's so much room for human error. There's so much room for fraud. There's so much room for mistakes to occur when there's that many people and steps along the way. And the advantage of a financial market being built using smart contracts instead of all of the processes that exist at Wells Fargo means that, it's autonomous and it's operating 24/7. And if it's built correctly, it can run forever without flaw. And this is like the superpower of smart contracts in general. When it gets applied to finance, you start to say, like, wow, okay, yeah, like, a protocol like Compound, it can scale to 100 times the assets without anything changing, right? It can process 100 times as much, assets without anything changing. Not a single additional person is needed. In fact, no people are needed, right? At all for the daily operation of it. And that's really magical because it means that, you're able to, you know, over time, have complete confidence in a blockchain-based financial system to not mess up. If it works today on Tuesday, you can be sure that's going to be working on Wednesday if nothing has changed. And it puts more of the burden of getting things correct up front. So when you're developing these systems, you have to develop them so that they can run forever. But once they're built and once they're operating successfully, they can always operate without flaw and without error. And you contrast that to a bank, that has thousands of employees and thousands of employees or thousands of opportunities to get things wrong. And you can see why DeFi is going to completely eat, all of traditional finance.
I'm reminded of a quote that we read from Vitalik on the Bankless Weekly Rollup last Friday, where he talked about how Ethereum is actually destined to remove a lot of just the middle management and CEOs or just bureaucracy out of organizations and make organizations more lean with people more on the periphery than rather at the center where there's supposed to be code in the center. And so I just want to hammer on this point just a little bit more before we move on. Robert, do you have any like napkin math about like how much does it cost to operate Compound Treasury, or how many more times more efficient does Compound Treasury can achieve the same goals versus legacy counterparts? Is there any sort of napkin math that you could share with us there?
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you want to use napkin math, you can start by looking at the Compound protocol. Today there's, approximately $11.5 billion of assets inside the protocol earning interest. This would make it in like the top 100 US banks, right? The napkin math is, on a daily basis, there's zero people or, corner brick and mortar locations necessary to operate Compound. If it were, part of the existing financial system, would probably have, hundreds to thousands of employees. And it wouldn't operate 24/7. It would operate, you know, during daylight hours when those human employees can make it work. And if I have to estimate the increase in efficiency, I would say it's 3 orders of magnitude more efficient than traditional financial entities.
This is incredible. Already assets under management closing in on the top 100 banks, zero people required to operate this thing, and it operates forever, continuously, as long as Ethereum is live and stays live.